Hello. Yeah, I hope I'm audible now. আগতে কেতিয়াও ভইচত দিয়া নাই ইউটিউবত চ' লেটছ চি কাৰোবাৰ কিবা ডাউটছ আছে যদি এতিয়া এক্সাম ইফ এনিবডি হেজ এনি ডাউটছ. No, I was reading actually a book on Indian diplomacy written by Rajendra Abhyankar sir. This one. Okay, choose Plan B or No Backup by Gaurav. Well, there are two schools of thought with this, and one says that you don't need to have a backup, and there's a second school of thought which says that you can have a backup. I belong to the second school of thought, uh, that it is probably good to have a backup since the exam is very unpredictable, especially with respect to UPSC. So it's probably better to have a backup option. Daily, how many hours do you read? Now, though I'm not actually reading much. What are you studying? Why, I just told I was actually reading a book on Indian diplomacy by Rajendra Abhyankar sir. Tired হয়ে না যায় না আপনি. Tired তো হও, but it's okay. Life is about moving ahead. And I just say ki I probably won't be doing study session. Those কাৰোবাৰ যদি study session কৰিব আছে, they can probably not a good space here. I'll be just taking a few doubts and interacting with you now for let's say another 1 hour, around 30-40 minutes something. If you know somebody who wants to interact and have ask me questions, then you can tell them. I'm second year MBBS student. Could you please tell how to start UPSC preparation along with doing MBBS by Shania Srivastav? Well, one starting point could be that you start with the basic resources. If your school level NCRTs are cleared, and it's fine. Otherwise, you can start with those, or you can go with the basic resources like Lakshmikant and all those basic standard references that we use. And at the same time, a good starting point would be to go for newspaper reading. So why are you reading now? By Arshad. Okay, I'm not actually studying. I used to do live stream for hundreds of live streams I have done with 0 viewers, or at least one viewer, that used to be me myself. And I just wanted to experience how it feels like to study when there are actually people in the stream. So just to have that experience, because I know that once I go into the academy, I probably won't be having this opportunity again. So that's why I thought that let me give a try to this. Which is the best subject to take for you? Are good musical. Any learning from Breaking Bad that we can take up? There are so many learnings from Breaking Bad. First of all, it's that there is always opportunity for you to pursue what you want to do. Definitely not what Heisenberg did. He did antisocial things. I'm mostly speaking about positive contributions. For example, I switched my career, so that is probably. And I believe that Breaking Bad at its very core is about change in life and all. So definitely, you should be flexible with your life. That is one lesson that you need to learn from Breaking Bad. Did you read Yosna and Kurukshetra by A.V.? No. Harshita Koshik APSC karne prepare coding basic or pada. I am a beginner, just start. Okay. Sir, is newspaper necessary? For interview stage, personality stage, yes, it is necessary. For prelims and mains stage, there are other alternatives available, but newspaper is definitely a good starting point. Okay, thank you, Mr. Abhishek Maurya. विराट कोहली मैसेज दिया था. Virat Kohli, sir, while following 147 revision techniques, should we memorize the portion in 147 interval or just read the portion, or so want to revise after? Okay, I think initially you can go for just passive reading, but let's say by the fourth day, that means the 4 and 7 portion, you should actually try to go for active recall rather than simply passive recall. And what is the interval after that? That is up to you. It has to be more spaced as you go forward with it. How many years did exactly you prepare? Actually, I don't know exactly how many years I prepared. I think I prepared for around, let's say, 2 years or almost 2 years. Exactly, there's no exact date I used, that I started from. For UPSC current affairs, what did you read? Mostly monthlies, sometimes newspapers, but mostly monthlies. And before prelims, I went for prelims compilation, and before mains, I went for mains compilation. So what are you studying now? अरे बहुत बार बोल दिया भाई. कुछ एक इंडियन डिप्लोमेसी के ऊपर एक किताब ऐसे skimming through. Which same question with which book you are studying now? How to memorize facts and be consistent? How to memorize facts? I think at the end of the day, there is just one way that you can memorize things, and that's through repeated revisions. And while revising, I think active recall also helps, if you can go for active recall technique. I think I have explained that in one of the videos. I think I should probably change the name of the stream, right? Otherwise people will be misled. What was by Ankita Day? What was your source for? Oh, I have already said that. Lakhiram Bosumatari, sir, for 2024 APSC, should I prepare for now? Yes. I think it will be banking, not sure. But even though I study from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., I feel like it is not enough, due to which I sometimes sleep less and I'm not effective enough for the next day. How can I be efficient? I think sleep is very essential. You should not compromise on your sleep, because a lot of revision actually takes place while you are going for your REM sleep. The sleep are two types: one is REM and the other is the non-REM sleep. And a lot of the things that the brain processes actually takes place during your REM sleep. So it's very, very essential to have a good, healthy sleep pattern. Okay, just give me a break. I need to take a call. Okay. uh, Not consistent with my mains 2023 prep. Some days 12 hours of study, while some days only 5 hours. What to do? I think it is okay that you are not able to give 100% every day. It's very humane nature. You need not have regret for that. But you should ensure that in overall you are actually moving forward. Let's say you are studying for uh, 35 hours a week on week 1, then you should aim that you study for 41 hours on the week 2. So that is that you need to have a positive upward trajectory as a whole. And every day I don't think it's possible, and you need not worry much about that. Akriti Singh, sir, could you please tell me, in geography you only read PMFIS, or you should also read NCRT? Okay, so if you are at a starting point, then I think NCRT is good enough uh, for the initial stages. I eventually studied PMFIS, and I believe that if you have studied PMFIS, then you don't need to study geography, because the things that are covered in NCRTs are mostly covered in PMF geography book as well. But if you are not confident enough that you can take off the bulky book in the initial stages of your preparation, then you can definitely go for that PMF NCRT book. Give me some tips to achieve 95% in HSLC 2020. अरे सडनली कहाँ चले जाते. This chat just goes crazy sometimes, man. So fast. By what's your language in UPSC? My language in UPSC was English, such which I missed a lot of questions back then. If you want to, then you can probably repeat your question. Which magazine did you use, sir? I think you were taking it for current affairs, asking it about current affairs. So it was mostly, it was a very messy preparation. Sometimes I studied magazines from Vision, sometimes from Drishti, sometimes from Next Eyes. But I think it's better to have only one institute's magazine. I was making that mistake, but I would not recommend you one to go for such messy preparation. Bhai, what's your language in UPSC? अरे सेम क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो, बोल दिया इंग्लिश. आई एम इन जॉब, कैन आई रिजाइन माई जॉब आफ्टर UPSC decliner final result? Is there what decliner? Sorry, the the user's name is the computer, and I don't understand. What do you mean I resigned my job after UPSC decliner? What is decliner? I'm not getting it. What to do during the 10-minute break during study session? Should we recall everything? No, you should relax. You should relax, but that relaxation should not be with mobile phone. You should just relax. Close your eyes. Just relax. If you want, you can drink water. If you want to have a few walk here and there, take a few steps here and there in your room. Not mobile, no internet during that period. But you should definitely relax. Do not keep thinking about study. Sir, I am 20. Joy is asking, sir, I am 23. Should I start preparing now? You should start preparation when you think you are ready for the whole process. There is no age limit to that thing. It's more mental grit than age. So it was a nice diplomatic answer on current affairs magazine. Okay. How many hours did you work in the day? How did you make a study schedule? Work, I was actually working before prelims. After prelims I was not working. So my work was only during the OPD hours, and I was mostly free during the evening. So I studied in the evening and maybe often till late night. Sir, I am studying by King's disease. Wow, so fancy names, man. Even my account used to be anonymous. My account's name back then used to be Mughal Studies, and I changed it into my name only after the results. King's disease. Sir, I am studying college last year, so I want to appear in 2025. So according to you, how to start preparing? Yeah, just I answered this question a few moments back. Like, you can start off with the basic NCERT books if you are not confident about your school level study, and if you are confident about them, then you can probably go for the other reference books that are in the market, like Lakshmikant for polity, PMF for environment, all those basic resource references. And at the same time, you can start off with reading newspapers. Bisal Paul, sir, I watched most of your interviews. Currently I'm working for the PWD Assam. I want to start my preparation for UPSC. From where should I start? I already said. Why did you choose what? Konar. So sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Why did you choose IFS? Personal choice. Doraemon and IS want to become YouTuber now. Okay. Doraemon spelling is wrong, I think, in your name. But So Prabhat Banerjee, congratulations sir, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Hope you are doing well, sir. Vivek Kumar Das, can you please advise about how you did revise the bulky books like Lakshmikant before prelims or mains exam? I actually condensed the bulky books into small booklets. You can watch one. I have actually done a comprehensive video on that, how I prepared those booklets, and I used those booklets for revision. A very small booklet of around 50-60 pages covered up most of the things from Lakshmikant for me. Dr. Shubham, sir, please talk about how you stayed away from distractions and focused so well on your prep. Well, I think there are different types of distractions. For me, the greatest distraction was probably with mobile phone. I used several techniques, or you can say procedures, to avoid that distraction. First of all, while studying, I kept the phone away at such a distance that it could not be reached so easily. Secondly, I deleted all the social media apps. I did not log out or delete the account. I deleted the apps. Okay, so and I used those apps on Google Chrome, and the Google Chrome interface is very not very user friendly. So eventually you don't get that in the apps. You get that pop-up from below that you need to go to the next video, but it is not similar case with the Chrome. It's very boring type of interface. So that way I dealt with those distractions. Can I write UPSC in Assamese medium? Please. PFF Kumar. Yes, there is a provision in which you can write your mains in Assamese. You have to give a special request to UPSC, I think. I'm not exactly sure about the process, but so I have heard. মই সিমানখিনি শুনিছোঁ মানে তুমি special request এটা দিব লাগে most probably with UPSC, and it's up to them to decide whether they let you write or not, but there is definitely a provision. Pritam Maji, sir, when did you start? Okay, around 2 years back. Sir, how to know if my prep is going in right direction? I'm giving mains in 2023 and not sure if answers are improving or not. You can, if you are not sure by yourself, then maybe it's best to give somebody to evaluate your answers, and in the initial stages, of course. Later on, it's up to you to eventually you will have to develop that hardwiring in your brain that you understand whether you are improving or not. Otherwise, I think in the initial stages, if you're finding it difficult to gauge whether you are improving or not on your own, then you can definitely ask some senior or someone who is willing to help you in this aspect. So how to analyze the previous year question paper? When did you start to do that? How to analyze previous year question papers? I think it's about understanding two things from previous year question papers. In the initial stages, I think it's about understanding what is the topic that is being asked in the question papers, because there are so many oft repeated topics in this exam. And in the second stage, you need to understand what are the dimensions that are being asked with those topics. And that secondly, the second stage, what I said about understanding the dimensions that are being asked, that only comes with experience. And when you have a little bit greater grasp over the various subject matter, you'll be able to evaluate it better. So I think it's not an overnight process, analysis of previous year question paper. It's more of a continuous process. As you start reading the subjects and you go back to analyze the same papers, you will develop more insights into what is being asked. Suman, how to analyze? Okay, it's done. John Baptist Day, congratulations, Dr. Mayor. Cool setup. Could you also do live stream setup video? I don't know, I'll be probably leaving for academy very soon, and I don't know if I have that time to record that video or not. Already a video in which I want to disclose or explain my anthropology strategy and book list is already that in line, and I don't know whether I'll have the time to set up to explain that or not. Climb the ladder aspirant. Hi sir, can we do 3 subjects together? I would probably not recommend that. Mushida Faruqi. Sir, I am preparing by my own, but not able to be disciplined nor guided by anyone. Help me with this, please. I think discipline, nobody can help you with discipline. It's about developing that grit on your own. Like, you have to develop that discipline on your own. Nobody can, I don't think that an external factor can help you with that. Can you banking aspirin? Okay, can you share about a good sleeping cycle, REM and non-REM? Okay, so I don't remember exactly the durations of both, but it's major portion is non-REM, but it's during REM cycle that the brain is highly active, and when the REM is active, then a lot of the processing takes place. So when did you start your UPSC? Okay, done. Can I write UPSC in SMS medium? Please, yes. बोलिए ना. हाँ तो can, अरे same question repeat होता है. Okay. यार मैं बुझिए पोना कोपड़ा की यही ऐसे क्वेश्चन. Now Farhan Abraham. Sir, I am now 10th. How start UPSC exam preparation for 2030, please? 2030, bro, you just need to chill. You can read newspaper every day. You don't need to. Hello, Dada, moyo aaj seat pohi aso. Okay. Avnish Kumar Yadav, sir, what format should we follow for note making? For me, it's an optional, apart from standard books. Format, I think one format can be that you have those points. Let's say you are discussing any topic, like what are the factors behind that topic. Let's say you are making a notes on cyclone, then what are the factors contributing to the cyclone, and what are the negative implications of cyclone, what are the positive implications of cyclone, what are the steps that the government has taken, what steps can you recommend for further management. So that can be overall guideline that you can follow with the note making. How to focus 8-9 hours study. Priya Rai, I think it's very difficult to maintain 8-9 hours of study on a daily basis. For me, a 9-hour study on a daily basis would be the day when I went for 9-hour study. That was a very highly productive day for me. At least that's what I thought. How to focus? I would say that cut off your distractions, and you can probably divide your focus period, like around if you're going for 9 hours, then 3 hours. You can do 3 sessions of 3 hours. That would probably help. Sir, BFF Kumar, sir, history is optional subject in UPSC. So I emoji. Okay. No, my optional was anthropology. Sir, which test series would you suggest? I don't think I can actually say exactly what to suggest. I joined forums MGP are surrounding. Help me in answer writing, please. Okay, I'll see if I can make a video on answer writing, but I can't guarantee that it will be coming very soon. পুৰা মেডিকেলৰ কোৰ্চবোৰ মনত আছেনে মানসী ইমান ডিটেইলছত মনত নাই, বাট অবভিয়াছলি ব্ৰডাৰ পাৰ্সপেক্টিভছ এণ্ড আউটলাইনছখিনি মনত আছে. Sir, how to remain positive in the whole process? Can you suggest about your journey and how you... Jamil Chaudhary, how to remain positive? Okay, so I think first of all you need to realize that it's normal to feel intimidated or to have anxiety during the whole process. You need to normalize that and accept that it is a reality for almost everyone. Once you are done with that, then maybe you can have a support system, emotional support system around you. Maybe that may be your family, your mother, father, sister, brother, or your friends. Secondly, I think you can develop a hobby that can unburden your mind whenever you feel low. And I think I used those two things during my preparation. Doraemon, so can you suggest an approx expenditure for UPSC preparation? I mean, it's the lowest that can easily afford by middle class. Doraemon can use anywhere door to go into any coaching institute, I think. But it depends. The approx expenditure depends, I think, on whether you want to go to Delhi or you want to prepare from home. If you want to prepare from Delhi, then it is definitely going to be more costly because you will have to take rent and PG or khana vagera. If you're preparing from home, I think nowadays there are coachings available in under 50k or something. So I'm not exactly sure about the various rates of coaching institutes, so I won't be able to give an exact number. Shrikant Verma, tips for CSET. These tips for CSET would largely depend upon on a very individualized base whether someone has good grip over maths or not. If someone has good grip over maths, then for him CSET is not a big issue because comprehension and reasoning to ho hi jata hai. But for those people for whom maths is a big issue, I would say that you make the remaining two topics of CSAT, like reasoning and comprehension, your strengths, and make them so strong that you don't lose marks on those topics. And even within maths, there are some areas which are not extremely tough. For example, there are parts like number systems and all, which is not as tough as permutation and combination. So you can probably attempt to get a few marks from the number system and those type of easy topics like statistics vagera. Swagat Nayak, hi sir, can you tell sources for science and tech and environment? Sources, environment, I was using PMF IS book and Tahik for as a static portion, and definitely you need to add from current affairs and all. For science and tech, I was using coaching notes and as the static portion, and uske upar I did value addition from current affairs. Anish Kumar Yadav, sir, what format should we follow for? Ho gaya na. Sir, what should I take coaching? Should I take coaching for first attempt? I think you can try in the first 2-3 months to check whether you on your own, preparing on your own, whether you are able to understand the topics without coaching or not. If you realize that you are probably not able to grasp the concepts on your own in the first 2-3 months, then you can go for coaching if you want. Any tips for college first year? Read newspaper. Akash Roy. According to you, Saima Juveria, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. According to you, what things did help you most in your preparation? Revision. Revision was the greatest factor for me, and it was absolutely non-negotiable. I've been saying it for quite some time now that in this whole process everything is negotiable except revision. Any study only? Any message for aspirants from Assam? I think in particular to Assam, one thing that I would say is that probably তোমালোকে নিজৰ ভিতৰত সিমানখিনি আত্মবিশ্বাস ডেভেলপ কৰিব লাগিব যে তোমালোকেও কৰিব পাৰিবা বুলি পেলাই। এণ্ড এবাৰ আত্মবিশ্বাস হোৱাৰ পিছত তাৰপিছতে ইউ নিড টু ৱৰ্ক হাৰ্ড, লগতে অলপ স্মাৰ্টলিও কৰিব লাগিব। নাথিং ইন পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ টু আছাম। আই থিংক only thing with respect to Assam that I can say for their experience is that all confidence or maybe lacking hoya ase, so that is probably one thing. Otherwise baki sobote it's the same for everyone else. Harshita Kosik, sir, study methods share korok na, and crying emoji, lots of crying emoji. Study methods, one juntu mo koi asu has been Pomodoro technique. I use Pomodoro technique, number one. Secondly, spaced repetition technique, hetu upor eta video banai diso. Thirdly, active recall technique, hetur upor to moi eta video banai thoiso, if you go and check. Aro fourth, there is one more technique, that is the memory palace technique. If you just type in YouTube, you will find that thing, like memory palace technique. Sir, how many hours you had studied during your mains preparation time? Around 8 to 9 hours. I tried on most days. Kushank Garg, sir, how to prepare along with 10 hours of college? 10 hours of college, I think it's to be very tough. If you can just manage like 6 hours of study, 4 or 6 hours of study, then I think that's good enough. Sir, you need message can you, like, the whole chat box goes so fast that thodi boi nori photoke everything, I miss everything. Rakesh Prasad, sir, any tips regarding the changed pattern of prelims 2023? Okay, I don't think that you need to change your resources drastically. The resources are mostly you should stick with your resources. All of one value addition, I think a little bit of value addition is would be decent, and you should go with an open mind in the exams for UPSC. UPSC is always unpredictable. It will change, probably it will again change next year. So a change in pattern makes the field level for everyone. So you need not worry. If the paper is tough for you, then the paper is tough for everyone else. So you just need to ensure that you don't miss those questions, which 80% of the students are doing right. You need not worry about those 20% of the questions which probably 80% are missing, or they don't know. So you don't need to you see, there will be definitely some questions which will be exceptions, so you should not generalize the exceptional questions by taking them as examples. Focus on the parts that you can do. Minguk, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, sir, tell us about your interview experience. Okay, I think I'll later on I'll make a proper video about those questions that I was asked, if you want. In general, it was a very cordial experience, probably one of the most enriching conversation I have had in my whole life so far. Just very conversation type, very cordial. Lots of topics were discussed. Sir, how did you manage MBBS and UPSC prep? I don't know यार, हो गया अभी. अभी क्या ही कर सकते हैं मतलब. Let's say if I'm studying for 6 hours a day, then I tried to study for MBBS for 4 hours, and the remaining 2 hours I gave to UPSC preparation. That's how I moved forward with. Okay, so this will be some last 4 or 5 minutes of the interaction. After that I'll be going for dinner. So is it okay? Oh my god, this chat box is going crazy. Snigdha Rani, sir, give me some tips to achieve 95% in HSLCA. I am from class 10. Just যিখিনি syllabus আছে, you read those syllabus properly. After going through the syllabus, you should go for repeated revisions. So that is what I would say. Sabinyan Das, having any planning about continuing this YouTube channel after joining IFS? I don't know. I have not given much thought about it yet. Value addition from polity. Mostly case laws are the ones that you need to know besides current affairs. Rishita Haldar, is it, maybe you asked about whether it is good to go for preparation from college days. Yes, you can start. However, your graduation subject should not get hampered because of your UPSC preparation. So সৰু important points বোৰ জলদি পাহৰি যায়, হেতু কেনেকৈ মনত কৰে আপুনি? I have made a video on that. মই হেতুৰ পৰা ভিডিও বনাইছোঁ, মই কেনেকৈ এক্টিভ ৰিকল কৰিছিলোঁ, এনেকৈ সৰু বুকলেটত কুৱেশ্যন এনচাৰ ফৰ্মেটত লিখি থৈছিলোঁ, যে কুৱেশ্যনত লিখি দিওঁ এণ্ড দেন সেইটো ঢাকি পেলাই পিছত এনচাৰটো ৰিকল কৰিব ট্ৰাই কৰোঁ. ইফ ইউ ৱান্ট ইউ কেন গো এণ্ড লুক এট দেট, ৱাটচ দেট ভিডিঅ', তেতিয়া গম পাবা. পূজা ৰাথি GS3 strategy. GS3 अभी तो इतना टाइम नहीं डिटेल्स में बोलने के लिए. Probably you should go for a lot of value addition in the form of statistics. Read the economic survey very properly and collect those statistics from the economic survey. Khanjan Chaudhary, thank you, brother. All the very best. Hopefully future log pam. To graduation should I? Thought on Vitor Soiran Das, thought on Vitor log to Barca. মই জাষ্ট অলপ আবেলিহে নিউজটো মানে এনেইতো জাষ্ট খবৰটো আহি আছিল, বাট কনফাৰ্মেশ্যনটো আবেলিয়ে মই পাইছিলোঁ. আই থিংক ইটছ hopeful signing. Let's see whether he is able to turn out to be like another he can give similar performance to Luis Suarez or not. Hopefully it will be good enough signing, and we'll be able to replace Lewandowski down the line after 2-3 years. Good replacement hopefully. So more UPSC preparation koribo bahut are kusi jai chat ni. I'm going to do resolutions. Please suggest some websites for data and statistics. Neha Avasthi. You don't need any appropriate statistics data. Let's say you want to see female labor force participation rate. So I just put in female labor force participation in India. I type in Google. You see so many. There is a PIB. First report that comes up is of PIB. This first, as part of latest available annual PLFS reports, the estimated labor force participation rate on user status for women of the age group 15 years and above in the country was 30% during 2019 and 20, and 32.8% during 21. You don't need any specific thing. You just go to Google, you type in whatever data you want, will get it. Vijay, can you share your timetable during your preparation? I did not have a fixed timetable. I used a different technique called body shock technique. So did not have a fixed timetable. How to understand syllabus? I think you read the syllabus first, and then just as I said ki PYQ is not an overnight process. Similarly, understanding the syllabus is also not an overnight process. It's a continuous process. As you go on, you will keep on understanding more about the syllabus. Okay, so definitely lots of doubts, but me being a human now, I won't be able to take all the questions. So let's see in future if I just come for another live session, then that live session I'll definitely put for just questions alone. Okay. Wishing you all the very best, and for your future. Hopefully we meet someday in service while you guys are in service. Okay, good night guys. Make a Telegram channel, Sanjana Verma. I do have a Telegram channel. You can connect over there if you want. Okay, bye bye guys, good night.